This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Hi, I'm Cindy Harris, and in this episode, I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious teriyaki chicken. Now, this chicken, I use my bistro-style method, so it's super quick and makes a delicious and moist chicken. We're going to start by making the marinade. So I'm going to make it in a large measuring cup, and I'm going to measure out a half a cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, and you can see this is kind of a dark oil, but it's been flavored with sesame, so it's really strong, but it's fantastic in this marinade. Now, to give our marinade a little thickness, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. Next, I'm going to mince some ginger. Now, this is a ginger root, and I like to take that outer skin off, so I'm just going to peel that with my vegetable peeler. Now, because ginger has such a strong flavor, I'm going to mince this using my microplaner, and you can see just how fine that gets it. And I want to mince up about 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger, and I'll add that to the marinade. Next, I've got 3 scallions, and I'm going to go ahead and slice them all up. And I do want to slice them kind of on the thin side. I want to use both the white and the green part of the scallion. I'll add that to my marinade. And lastly, 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to mince them using my garlic press. Then I'm going to take a fork and I'm just going to whisk all of this together. Now, for our chicken, I have about 3 pounds of boneless, skinless thighs, and I'm going to place them in this large bowl. Now, if you like breast meat, you can certainly do that. One of the nice things about thighs is this meat never dries out, and it gives a nice flavor. So I do want to thighs sometimes are bundled up, so I'm going to kind of open them up, and then I'm going to take all of my marinade and I'm going to pour that on there. And then with my hands, I just kind of want to make sure to get that chicken all coated with this marinade. And then I'm going to let this just sit here on the counter for about 20 minutes. Now, over at this stove, I have my largest skillet that I have on a medium-high heat. And I want the pan to get really hot, and then I'm going to add about a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil. Then I'm just going to go ahead and start placing my chicken in the pan to start to sear. Now, it's important that we get all the chicken into this pan, so be patient with it. The chicken will sort of shrink up a little bit, and you can tuck pretty much all of the pieces in. Now, I want the chicken to sear for about 4 to 5 minutes, which is a little bit longer than normally it takes when you're cooking bistro style, and that's because of the marinade that we have on it. A little bit more moisture has to evaporate before we get that sear, but you'll see after about 5 minutes we get a nice browning on this chicken, and then we can flip it over. Also, at this point, make sure that your oven is preheated to 425 degrees. You're going to want that oven really hot, because as soon as we turn all this, we're going to pop it into the oven to finish it off. Now, all the chicken's turned, so I'm going to take my marinade and I'm going to drizzle that over the top like this. I'm going to turn the stove off, and this is going to go straight away into the oven for about 20 minutes. Here is our teriyaki chicken. Look at how nicely browned that is, and we have all of this great sauce underneath. And look, that chicken is just falling apart, but it's going to be super moist. So let's go ahead and serve it. Now remember, this pan and these handles are really hot, so make sure you use pot holders or a towel whenever you're moving this dish. You don't want to burn yourself. Well, this teriyaki chicken looks fantastic. It's great served with any kind of noodle cake, which you can find on my on the side, or my pineapple rice. It's just great. If you'd like to try it at home, go to our website, go to Easy Entertaining show notes. I'll have the recipe there for you. And as always, if you have any questions, send me an email. I'll see you next time.